In case you've been living under a rock, there's a big hit show by our own network called Heated Rivalry taking over. And one of the stars, Hudson Williams, he's right now, however, in some hot water after his old Letterboxd reviews were unearthed. So what is Letterboxd? It's a social media app for movie lovers, okay? So a lot of people like Hudson, they share their impassioned critiques of film on there. He did that, and for instance, he declared a long time ago that Pedro Pascal is not a good actor and that his performance is so wooden it makes Dakota Johnson look charismatic. Okay, he also called Rachel Zegler's work in Hunger Games, quote, like a musical theater kid trying way too hard for her mom in the audience. Okay, so these were some of the things that someone found on his old Letterboxd account. So is the backlash against him today fair?
No!
Y'all are
Interesting.
nice.
Well, it depends on the backlash. I'm not gonna backstep my position here, which is that it was kind of warranted. Like, he decided to be a non-professional critic in a very public way, which is what everyone on Letterboxd who does it. I'm on Letterboxd. I just log my movies. I'm not offering up reviews because I am not interested in trying to convince someone to like or dislike something. I just want to like or dislike something myself. So if you put on that armchair critic hat and you want to do it, well, then he freaked around and he found out.
Yes.
My only counter, I don't think this backlash is warranted. Here's why. I think he's an actor. He went to acting school. I went to film school. I know as part of that, there was no Letterboxd at that time, but you would often sit in classrooms.
Exactly.
You'd watch things. No, but you would critique things.
Yes.
You would pick things
Together
apart.
as a group, right?
As a group.
Yes.
But that's what we've been talking about social media, and the kids these days, they all do this collectively on an app.
But this is not a critique of the work. This is not a critique of like, oh, the lighting was off, or I wish the editing had, like, the story wasn't really fun. This is about being very mean-spirited. And by the way, these aren't comments that he posted 5 years ago, 10 years ago. This was last year, some of these comments. I thought it was very mean-spirited, and what I don't understand is, how could you actively want to be a part of a community, but then you are being so heavily, you're criticizing people who are in that community, and now look at you. Now you got what you wanted. Good luck on those red carpets, because now everybody knows what you said, and you could have just written that down in your journal, you could have just had that conversation with a friend, but instead you had to write it down on the internet so it's there forever? What were you thinking? You're not like a construction worker who's never going to be an actor who's like, yeah, I'm just going to share my opinions. You were actively trying to be a part of this world, and this is what you were saying about the people who are already there?
I guess I'm just sensitive because we've said stuff on this show, for example.
Yes, but we're paid to. Sorry.
I know. I get it. We're paid to, but it still would be awkward if we ran into those people, like, in certain situations,
Some of them have come on the show.
That is true. But the idea with Letterboxd or Goodreads, if you're on Goodreads and you write book reviews and stuff like that, is generally you're looking for community. You're looking for like-minded people. And I think especially when what we were talking about at the beginning of the show is a whole generation losing how to communicate in real life, it is replacing it, as you said. But I think he did go too far.
But he's being mean-spirited.
Like, he spelled you, not Y-O-U. That's reason enough, guys.
Prince did that all the time.
I don't know where I land on this, because on the one hand, yeah, like, you know, you want to be an actor, you are an actor, so you should maybe behave differently. He's also way younger than us, and he should know the rules of the internet, which is whatever you put online never disappears. Exactly. But I don't know that he ever expected that he would become super famous in the fastest time frame that we've ever seen.
This is a great teachable moment here.
It's a great teachable moment. Yep. This show only dropped in the United States 5 weeks ago. Yeah. He is now, and Connor Story, who were both on our show, they are now the biggest names in Hollywood. I don't know that you can predict, you hope for that kind of viral fame, but I don't know that he knew, I'm going to become really famous soon, so I shouldn't write these
But
things.
you're still moving in that direction. You still knew that you were actively moving in the direction to work in that field. Even if you didn't know you're going to become really famous. It doesn't make any sense to me why he would do this.
We run out of time, but think about this. If the reviews that he wrote were really well crafted and really great, even if they were critical, but people were like, oh, that's a good point, we'd be celebrating it. We'd be like, this guy's got some great points.
Would we?
I think we would be. I think if they were really well crafted and they brought up some interesting ideas.
These just seem mean-spirited to you.
Yeah.
Fair.
And I didn't think they were mean-spirited at all.
Oh, no, I thought they were very mean.
At all.
But you know what? Best of luck on those red carpets, running into all those A-list stars, because I know what you said about them.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's going to be a long award season for him.
It's all right. He's so hot in the show. It's like we forget all that Letterboxd stuff.